bodies are worth money, but
Yeah.
It's just
not
want to live
as
in the
into foraging.
woods.
She's more into like physical possessions, so
yeah.
she's probably not going to go after them. But if it was like bandits or something,
I think we're back
Sure.
online.
That's different.
Yeah.
I think we're back online.
It's just trees. Though.
I don't know what happened.
That's
there.
why Kyro didn't
Stream
care about the
crash.
one that ran away from him. He's like, it's a tree.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just trying to live.
What's it gonna do?
Okay, we're back. Let's just finish this whole little situation, and then we'll end the stream. I think, because I'm definitely getting pretty tired. Oh, excuse me. I didn't realize that Yell had a turn after Nuru, so we'll come to him in a second. Just in the meantime, Brüz, what did you say you were going to do?
So Brüz on his turn was going to call out using thaumaturgy,
Okay.
and call out to the tree that was running away in Sylvan, and say, "Yes, run along. Next time, just say good morning, and tell anybody else along the way that we should be left at peace. Tell Tarkus I say hi." And the rest of you just hear him waffling away in a language that doesn't really make much sense to any of you.
Makes tree noises.
Sounds like weird fairy nonsense.
And then Brüz turns around and goes, "We should be fine now. They would be a problem."
Meanwhile, Yell, you dropped Rage, and you cast Detect Thoughts. Who was that going to be at?
Well, it's initially within a 30-foot radius, and then I can select a specific target.
Okay.
So it's either between fucking with Arthrin or one of the trees to confirm that they are running away and retreating.
Well, it's easy enough for you to move to a position where you can
Considering that Brüz
See,
has said...
I'm gonna flip a coin, and
cross my fingers.
on a 1, he's gonna go after a tree and confirm from the trees. On a 2, he's gonna fuck with Arthrin.
Okay.
And saying he's finding out what the trees are saying, and we'll just go along with what the others have been yelling. Coin.
Yep.
It was a 2.
He's fucking with Arthrin. So you run out into the middle of the space here. What do you say to Arthrin? No, you're detecting his thoughts, right?
No,
Yeah,
I'm detecting
reading his
thoughts,
mind.
So his surface level thoughts to
It's a
begin with.
save.
What is there a save to this? Or
No, only if he presses deeper.
Yeah.
If I probe deeper, then there's a wisdom
thoughts,
save.
like what they're currently thinking right in this second.
Yeah, what's
and
on the
then
surface?
If you want to go deeper,
Yes,
then you have
surface.
to.
Yeah. So for this first one, which is just a surface level thought, no save. I just read Arthrin's current state of mind.
his current state of mind was, well, that was intense. I was a giant ape, and things seem okay now.
Wow.
I should put my
Yeah,
bow
Arthrin, you
away.
were a giant ape. Things look like they're going to be okay. And
What?
just a big grin appears across Yell's face.
Hang on.
Go deeper. Go
Wait,
deeper. Do it.
No.
I was just gonna glance between the trees and the water and at what's going on.
He points, just like, no! No, Yell, no! He kind of just
A
collapses
big
on-
grin goes across his face, and I think I have to do it next turn, but I will probe deeper.
Oh, unless anybody
Oh my
has any
Can
initiative order. Is
You're just
basically done.
confused, but still trying to put the fire
I don't know.
out.
Does anybody else want to attack these trees? Because if not, I think we're dropping.
Yeah,
We'll
Eirys
say-
is readying an action
Uh,
in
Brute-
case they come back at us, and she's got a
Yeah.
arrow nocked, but she's not going to fire it.
You guys actually, Eirys and Kyro, you're watching them carefully, and you watch as this one kind of slowly, or as quickly as they can, so badly damaged they are, really on the verge of death, just gets up and then starts wading through the water here. It takes a few moments, and the other one on the other side of the bridge looks, sees that one's wading towards, runs across towards, extends an arm. This one takes it, gets pulled out of the water, and they embrace.
Yeah.
After a few moments, they turn and run.
I'm glad we didn't kill them.
Yeah, me too. I mean,
How the fuck do I get down?
You have
just,
magic
walk-
shoes. Kiro
walking
yells
through
up
the
at
air,
you.
like-
You can just.
Kiro
run
just
down.
yells up at you, and it's like, just
You have
land. You have
magic
magic shoes.
Think down.
How did you get up there in the first?
Okay.
How did you get up there in the
Make
first
the
place?
fire go away.
Just come back
Want me to-
down the same way.
Okay, she's very
Just
disgruntledly
think down.
figuring her way down.
If you want, I can throw you a rope.
Eirys, I've
She-
flown
she
before.
lands.
Just think down.
Okay.
Nuru, it's easy enough for you to, even though the flames are quite high, it takes a few minutes, but you manage to calm down the fire to a point where you're fairly sure it's not going to spread, especially as around this sort of stream, the ground seems kind of damp and wet. You're able to do the same with the other tree as well. That seems to have just reverted to be a tree, whereas the main bonfire was of an enlarged tree that had been given life by one of these tree creatures, and it died in that form, so it's got a lot of fuel. The other one seems to have reverted down to a more tree-like size. So yeah, it's easy enough for you to control those flames. And, minute passes, so spiritual weapon disappears. Yeah, you guys appears to have.
We've also got that plus 15 to HP for the next 8 hours. Just saying.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. 8 hours, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Nice.
8 hours.
That'll take you until after you've gone to bed tonight, I think.
Hooray.
So yeah, you guys are able to.
I want to get into a fight. Now's the time.
You guys are able to continue along this path. Yeah, continue going.
Yeah, during the
Yes.
cleaning up of everything, because it only lasts a minute. I want to fuck with Arthrin some more and probe deeper.
He's gonna
and influence it.
Is he gonna make a wisdom save, right?
It is a wisdom save, so he's going to turn around. So, Arthrin, how are you feeling about the group and joining us? How's your life since you came with us now?
His wisdom save
Natural one.
is a 12.
That's a fail.
Okay,
Oh,
so you
boy.
need to talk to me more about what this means.
So I asked a verbal question, it kind of directs the thought slightly, so it can change immediately the stuff that's being thought about. If I fail, I gain. If he fails, I gain insight into its reasoning, if any, its emotional state, and something that looms large in its mind, such as something that worries over, loves, or hates.
Amazing.
Okay, so he says, "Oh well, I feel okay. I feel obviously. I don't know if you saw, but those tree people, like, they didn't seem bad to me. I mean, maybe we overreacted. I don't know. I feel okay. I feel alright. You look terrible. I mean, you look like you've taken a proper beating. I'm just glad everyone's okay. In your insight that you pick up from that is that he genuinely feels a little bit guilty that those are clearly like old tree spirits or whatever. He feels like we might have disturbed them. There's a reason that they were angry. Maybe there was a way that you guys could have reasoned with them. He's genuinely happy that they have managed to get away with their lives, and the kind of the embrace that they shared made him think of Eirys.
Oh,
Damn. Ella, I need to talk to you right now.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll
Kira just watches everything.
And they're
like-
just like squinting at Yell like a little like ears back, like, what are you doing? Yeah.
You guys okay?
And then he's gonna. So, Arthrin, you enjoy being with the group, right? You're not missing home or anything.
I mean, this seems to be coming out of nowhere.
Just want to make sure you're okay, buddy. especially as you saw through my illusion earlier.
He's going to roll insight on that.
Is that against my deception?
Yeah, natural.
Yeah, I mean it would be.
Natural 6 for an 8.
Natural 6 for an 8. I got a natural 9 plus 7, which is 16.
You could have only lost that on a natural 1.
Well, it's. I mean, it's. I'm never sure what kind of read I can get on you, yeah, but I'm genuinely glad that you care. I miss Anya. I feel like I might have made a mistake leaving her behind. But I know that this was the safe option. This is definitely how I stay safe, and traveling with you is making me stronger. I know that I'm getting better, and I have my own desires. I have my own reason for traveling with you, and I think that I do have a favor to ask of you guys. I don't want to overstep the mark, though.
Speak.
As well.
I'm
getting those.
Yeah. He's swayed. I don't want to impose on any of you because I know that there's a whole world out there, and you can make your own choices as to what you do. And the fact that you've let me come with you this far has been extraordinarily generous. I feel like the creatures that killed my family are fucking sick and they need to die. And I'd like you to help me do it.
I was always going to help.
What did she say?
Things is what we do.
Maybe after all this is over, maybe that's what we could do then. I know I already owe you people a debt that I'm not sure how I could ever repay. I just if that's something that you'd like to do, then let's go kill some fucking hags.
Hey, listen, like, if anyone should be questioning whether or not they deserve to be here, it should be me. I'm the one who just showed up for no heckin' reason and follows you guys around because I don't want to be alone.
Well, you're also the one who just tanked like all of the damage from some pretty angry tree creatures, and you turned me into a giant
you
monkey.
did stuff too.
I mean, we all do. I mean, we're a crazy group, but
It's almost like we work together as some sort of a team. Weird.
Anyways.
Anyway, people aren't just the stuff that they're able to do anyway.
yeah.
So, like, don't worry about it. That's all I'm saying.
I appreciate that, Nuru, and you know that you deserve to be here too, right?
Of course I know. And if I deserve to be here, you definitely do. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Why is everybody staring
What are the
at me?
thoughts?
Oh, no, I mean...
What are the thoughts that were going on that he wasn't talking about?
He's genuinely encouraged by what Nuru said. And he genuinely likes Nuru. He doesn't want Nuru to feel like she's out of the group or not a part of the group in any way. That's not what he wants anybody in the group to think.
Yeah, and she genuinely doesn't feel that way. She's just saying, like, hey, I'm the newest member of the group. If anyone should feel out of place, it should be me, and I don't, so...
Yeah. And, yeah. He's encouraged by that. Yeah.
And she just turns to Yellow and is like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing?
He'll find out in about 3 seconds. He'll find out in about 3 seconds when he realizes what that pain in the back of his head is.
can't yell. He kind of like, he just starts gesticulating and yelling, and he pulls bits out of his backpack and
that's
starts
not even-
chucking them at him. And
Fuck is
Hey,
happening?
hey! You wouldn't hurt such a pretty face. I'm going to move my hand across my face, cast Disguise Self to look exactly like Arthrin. You wouldn't hurt such a pretty face now, would you?
I got that joke.
And Nuru's like, dude, that's like reading someone's diary times a billion.
What are you talking about?
He was thinking out loud during the fight. I wanted to confirm what the trainers were saying because I couldn't understand them.
Okay, then just ask like a normal person.
But it's funnier this way.
Can someone please explain what is going on?
Yeah.
I read Arthrin's
Breaking
mind,
magic,
and
please.
now I look like him.
please.
Looks
You,
at-
you can't just read people's minds. It's like an invasion of privacy.
Yeah.
Can anybody
Sure,
hear
this
me
twins,
yet?
'cause he's not
Oh,
sure if this
yes.
is real reading his mind or fun pretend reading his
Hear me
mind.
now?
Like you were telling him before.
Fabulous.
I'd really like it if you didn't do that again, Yell.
No promises.
Man.
Nuru
Brüz,
whaps him
Brüz
on
turns
the
to
back of the
Nuru.
head.
Brüz-
Am I allowed to
Brüz,
whap him
Brüz,
on the back of
sort
the
of-
head?
I mean, you can read my mind at your own risk.
Sorry, can we give Swiss some space? What were you gonna say?
Okay, sorry.
That's okay.
I was just going to say that when a moment of pause allowed my terrible internet connection to afford me a thing, Brüz was going to point out to Nuru that she was not the first to wander into this group and just tag along.
True.
Mm. Maybe that's what we are.
Bunch of tag-alongs.
I mean, who's in charge?
Yeah, I was actually wondering.
I mean, I'm
Isn't-
I'm pretty sure that I am.
No,
I don't like
Arthrin,
that.
You're not.
Why does anyone of us have to be in charge?
We're
Oh, should we
not
vote?
really in charge.
I think we should
Yeah.
vote.
Well, I mean, nobody really has to be. It's just like, I did sort of ask if we wanted to fight the trees or run away from the trees, and nobody really said anything, so I just kind of decided to fight them, because it's like, you know.
We should vote for who the mayor of the group is.
I do not think
we don't have to.
Do we
I mean-
need a leader? I
Maybe.
mean, we each have our own specialties.
Yeah.
I mean, true, but sometimes we gotta have someone who makes the decisions of what to do first,
I mean, it depends on the situation, but
Well,
like a general or something.
I wasn't trying to elicit conversations about democracies and whatnot,
Mm.
or a question of being that I wasn't here when the particular wandering started. Who was the first one to step? Who was the one to wander first and then collect the first friend?
Yeah, how'd this all start?
Of all of
my
us
brother
here,
died.
Me.
Then your brother's the mayor.
No, he's not allowed to be in charge.
That's the one that like we met earlier.
Yeah.
That's like not dead. Yeah, that's confusing.
That guy, Kyro, Ella, Yell, and myself, we all met in a tavern. We did a small job together.
remember
We
that
meant
night.
to part ways.
Ella got paralyzed. My brother wanted to help her. We went on a boat. My brother died. Then we left.
Eirys absolutely annihilated a couple of guys in a bar who were being sleazy dirtbags. Some guards
Oh,
chased
goodness.
Kyro and Jojorawr. And
That's
Really?
a strong word.
I've never heard
well,
about this.
I remember making one of them fall over with laughter. That's when I met Ella hiding
Oh,
under
yeah.
the table.
I don't know.
Okay, how about
Just like-
this
oh, no,
for the
those are
question?
the
Which one of
guards.
us
Really?
is like the best tactician?
I mean, what?
Like if we're like a little task force, like a little army, which one of us is like the one who makes a plan?
Depends on the situation again.
Yeah.
Mm.
If
Well-
it comes to talking our way out of things, deceptions, persuasions, I'm usually the one to formulate those.
He has the nicest face.
It's true. Well, not currently, obviously, pointing to Arthrin's face
Yeah.
that he is currently using.
Please stop doing
Do
that.
we need a leader?
I mean, besides Eirys, but
I wasn't trying to suggest that we needed a leader. I was
I
more
don't
curious
think
as
we
to know who was there to start collecting friends.
We all came together.
And it seems that there was
only one person.
these first few, and for some reason Ella was hiding under a table.
I mean, I asked Eirys and Yell and Ella when we were at the stables why they wanted to come with me, and then they all gave their reasons, and then we left. That's like when we left that area. So I don't know.
Brüz, as you made reference to Ella kind of being under the table, you look around. She's not around. It Eirys and Kyro, your passive perceptions are high enough to detect that Ella was listening to what you guys were saying, but kind of started wandering off. She goes across this kind of bridge of naturally formed sort of rocks, sort of like smashed together. That's been slightly moved by the tree ant that kind of walked over it a few minutes ago, and she seems to be going in the direction that the tree ant couple retreated further into the woods along.
Do we want to vote Ella the leader for now? I'm good with that.
I vote no leader, but we really should not let our name wander off.
That's what I'm saying. We should follow her. I'm making a joke.
Oh,
Right, yeah, let's just follow her and
Follow
we
the
can
leader.
get up later.
Ella's the mayor of this posse.
All right,
Here we go.
you guys.
I
follow
get
There's
it.
an election in another, I don't know, 10 minutes.
That's good. I like that.
So Ella,
We should walk in like a descending
We're catching up
height,
with Ella, I think is what's happening.
like ducks in reverse order.
Yell will want to speak with Ella before session ends, hopefully. Just because I will forget otherwise.
okay. We can sort that out.
Well, I am
Let's do
getting
a
after her, so.
couple more points of business here, then we'll wrap everything else. Ella leads the way. Everybody else kind of wanders about, let's say, 30 feet or so behind, just making sure that she's okay. She seems to be following the kind of line of movement of the roots and of the earth that basically they delineate where the tree ants have kind of shuffled across. There's a lot of broken twigs on the left-hand side of this trail, indicating that there's been a lot of damage sustained by one of them. They're not traveling very quickly, so it only takes a few minutes for Ella, to catch up with them. You notice a few moments before everybody else who's kind of bringing up your rear, that these two giant tree ants are descending further into the forest, the opposite direction to which you guys were heading back to town. A huge tree figure on the left appears a bit more sort of thin and more flowing, and the kind of leaves on the back of the plant, they almost resemble kind of feminine hair. And the figure on the right, still heavily damaged, but doing most of the kind of supporting of the figure on the left. And there's whispering, and there's sounds in a tongue that you don't recognize. What would you like to do as you catch up and then just keep a bit of a distance from them?
Okay, so the male one, he's quite heavily damaged, isn't he?
The one that appears more heavily damaged is actually the female.
Okay, so I will do my channel divinity, and Ella would like to. Okay, guys are probably going to shout at her, but she would like to help the trees and do her channel divinity and give 25 healing to that tree. To the female to try and heal her up a bit. And then I think she would then like to help the male. and do. Obviously, she doesn't want to be touching them or anything, but she will do a healing word
Mhm.
at she will do a healing word at 3rd level.
So that's 3d4 plus all your life cleric MacGuffins. You clutch your symbol of helm on a necklace around your neck, and as you kind of focus, a light shines within the kind of trunk of this female tree creature, and it shines bright, and lots of the sort of central core of this tree creature reconstitutes and throws back together, and a few of the branches start to stitch themselves back together. The damage is still considerable, but it's better than it was, which is something. They both stop, and the male on the right looks down at the female on the left and kind of starts, and she looks surprised as well. They turn and they whisper to each other in, again, that language you don't understand. He kind of turns around and he looks a moment, another, and then he sees you. And as soon as he sees you, his eyebrows furrow. And then the healing word. How many hit points?
12.
He kind of talks in a language that you don't recognize. He kind of stops and starts. Would the common tongue be more appropriate?
Oh, yes. Yes, it would.
You can speak common.
Are we there?
Yeah, are we there?
What I'll say is you guys are a little bit behind. You see the bright light of the channel divinity from further up ahead, and then the start of
Moving with caution.
a unearthly sort of scream that was suddenly stopped. I guess you guys will double forwards. I don't. What
Yeah,
I mean, at the scream for sure.
the scream we're gonna like.
Can Brüz make anything of the noise of the Sylvian over the distance?
I would say you pick up odds words, and they are of predominantly before the common started was, what are you doing and why have you pursued us? And
okay, so it's going to
detecting that he wasn't detecting that he wasn't understood. He said in common, would the common tongue be more appropriate? You guys double forwards and break out of the undergrowth into this small clearing that Ella is at the edge of. The two treants are at the center. Ella, you see your companions just burst out. You see the male kind of go.
I'm gonna hold my hand up. I'm gonna hold my hand up to say didn't move.
Okay. My dear Winterwood, don't hurt her. Stay back.
I'm not gonna hurt her. I've told them to stay back.
Who are you? Who are you?
My name's Ella Coolberry. Who are you?
Why should I give my name and the name of my true love to creatures that break through the undergrowth, destroying my children and nearly destroying the one who has my heart?
Okay. Feel like this may have been a bit of a miscommunication here. We didn't cause the whole carnage. And I apologize from my heart that we attacked. Obviously, there was a bit of confusion.
You can roll a persuasion check with advantage because you've healed him. He kind of stays on edge. The female actually steps forward, and she looks less kind of intimidated and more now just kind of curious.
Oh no! Someone else should have spoken. 4.
4.
With advantage?
Did you roll with
Oh, with
advantage?
advantage!
Yeah.
With advantage! Thank you, Judy!
I was gonna say that was a bad day right there.
Oh, that's better! That's better! Phew! Phew! I thought Ella was going to be squished. 18.
18.
Squished. She gets even smaller.
So the rest of you guys who aren't Ella, Arthrin kind of pokes his head around the nearest tree. He's like, the rest of you are surprised by the commanding presence that she shows as you burst through the undergrowth, and suddenly she's there with her hand up. And
I always listen to Ella.
she turns and addresses the trees, and in a way that he's not even sure he understands, the male steps forward. I am Oakenroar, guardian of the woods.
Oh.
And this is my betrothed and beloved Winterwood. She steps forward. I do not understand the ways of the humanoid creatures of this world. I do not understand why you would rip me apart to the point of death and then heal my wounds. But I'm grateful that...
Well, we kind of misunderstood you. So I wanted to make it up to you after seeing that you guys were a couple.
Life is sacred regardless of whatever connections one life may form. If our connection has inspired you to generosity, then I'm glad, but every life is sacred. The lives of the trees that you just burnt to the ground. The lives of the creatures of the undergrowth that were destroyed by the party walking through not a few hours ago.
Well, okay. We will do our best to fix our mistakes, and the previous people who came through here and destroyed things, I will try to mend things and make things better.
She kind of steps forward.
Because...
Oh, yeah. Sorry, please finish.
Because life is precious. And I have been taught that life is a sacred thing.
Yeah, she steps forward. Oakenroar kind of like almost moves to stop her, but second guesses himself and just backs down. She kind of kneels. This is a colossal creature. She's 20, 25 feet tall, kneeling down and bending over this tiny gnome. She reaches out a branchy hand and touches Ella's forehead. Misunderstanding is the path to destruction, but communication, true understanding, that is the path to peace. You permanently increase your wisdom score by 1.
Oh man, what?
What?
You got treason.
This is unreal.
Thank you, Ella.
Well, that's just freaking awesome.
Stands back up. You and your companions...
Ella will bow to her. She
kind of inclines her head as well. You and your companions can consider yourselves friends of the forest as long as we avoid the kind of altercation we have experienced today. As long as you are within these woods, you will be fed. You will be safe. We can offer you swift passage to the north through these woods, should you ever require.
Thank you. We truly appreciate your the word escaped me.
Kindness.
Generosity?
Kindness. Thank you.
Brute.
She kind of glances around at Yell and Eirys as they whisper kind of encouragement. She goes,
They're like mouthing words to her.
as long
We truly appreciate your generosity and your graciousness. Thank you.
your friends are with you, Ella. As long as you steer them.
Yeah, I know, they're right there.
Hello.
Everyone awkwardly waves.
Yeah, everyone's talking.
As long as you continue guiding them down good paths, you're destined for greatness. May Melora be with you. Bless and keep you.
And
She kind of
thank you. And may Helm forever protect you.
She nods and turns away, and Oakenroar sort of gently kind of moves his hand. You get the sense that they were moving as quickly as they could before in the combat, but they're very slow and gentle with their movements. He raises his left arm, puts it over her shoulder. Kind of, it's difficult to get expressions from these faces, but he is obviously looking kindly upon. And as they kind of step into the woods, far more capable of supporting their own weight because of your healing magic, they rest their heads against each other and make their way out of the clearing.
Before they go,
Yes.
Eirys says, "Where can we find you again should we need you?"
She turns. She smiles. She says, "You are safe whenever you are within these woods." And they turn and leave.
Ella's going to turn around and go,
Brüz
"So
just
what
calls
was-"
out once more again.
Wait, what did Ella say?
Yeah, what did I say?
Give Tarkus my love.
They
I
don't
don't
have
think
any
she said
fucking
that.
idea who Tarkus is.
They're like, okay, sure.
I know.
Jeez.
They don't need to.
Ella,
What did Ella
sorry,
say,
what did
though?
you say?
Ella's just going to turn around and go, "So, what was everyone talking about?"
Oh, we don't have a
Hey, guys. I vote for Ella.
What?
I vote for Ella for team leader.
What? No,
Sure.
I don't do leading. I don't do leading.
None of us do.
I don't think we need a leader. We each have our own
Okay,
specific
whatever.
advantages
Okay,
for
whatever.
different things.
Well then I elect to. I'm gonna use. She's gonna like go find somewhere to cast plant growth in the forest, just as like a thanks for helping us, forest. Have some flowers.
You figure the best way to access the kind of exit is to continue following the path that had been kind of carved out. So you double back to where the battle had been, and in that clearing where you kind of patted down the smouldering sort of fire that you had caused of these two kind of animated trees, you do plant growth and wrapping around the kind of charred pieces of wood. Several kind of tendrils and vines move up, and they coalesce in a way that you weren't expecting. And a kind of sapling tree sprouts 5-10 feet above the ground, using the burnt sort of cinders and embers, which, as we all know, are very fertile, as the planting point of a new tree.
That's nice.
Yeah, it is. Cool. Any other
That
orders
was
of
cool.
business? You guys are making your way along the
wants
path
to
out.
talk to Ella.
Yeah, you guys can take the back and as you're walking along.
So, I had some gossip to tell you that you would very much be interested in.
Oh, I
But
love gossip.
First of all, he was amazing.
Yeah.
Like,
What?
he just healed some trees and had a tree kneel to you and touch you on the forehead, and you didn't get squished. That was amazing.
Okay. Cool. All right. Thanks.
Second of all, I have some new spells. They are incredibly fun, and I've already fucked with Arthrin. I have gossip.
Tell me.
So first of all, I have Disguise Self, so I can change what I look like this, and I wave my hand, cast another Disguise Self, and who shall I look like? Let's go with...
Look like Ella.
Ella, but tall.
Let's make a tall Ella, because I can only change the height by about a foot.
Damn.
Be about 5 feet, so I'm going to go smaller. So I can change what I look like. So right now I should look like a tall version of you.
Yes, you do. And that is weird. Weird and creepy, as Eirys would say.
Yep. So this is great, because it means we can fuck with Arthrin so much. Especially as I think I'm within a foot of Eirys' height, so we can really fuck with Arthrin.
He's a little bit further
second
ahead of you
of all,
in the kind of marching order. He turns around, and is like, "Someone say my name."
what?
No.
You're hearing things.
Does Brüz
We're probably just trying to figure out how to
Brüz
message
notice?
next. Don't worry about it.
Brüz
Eirys,
notice
like,
Yell
Arthrin,
has
you
turned into
know
a
what
taller
this
version
means,
of
though.
Ella?
Arthrin, you know what this means,
Yeah, does
though,
anyone
right?
notice?
If Arthur
Arthrin.
is relating his voice,
Does-
yeah, you can turn around. You can see that. Yeah, Brüz, Yell is now.
Arthrin, you know what this means, right?
I have no idea what anything means anymore.
Well, they're messing with you all the time, right? You gotta get them back. Turnaround's fair play, man. She like takes a bite out of a carrot that she found somewhere and walks off.
I'm listening. He walks along with you, and the plot will figure.
He walks off with you,
Okay. And she's like,
Tell me more.
but we should
okay, so they will talk about how to prank them.
after. Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Anything else?
The other spell,
Mhm.
I can read people's minds. Like, actually, when I mentioned it this morning, it's because I can actually read minds. And at the end of the fight, I read Arthrin's mind.
Ooh. What did he-
So to begin with, he was kind of confused, and like there was the rush of the battle and everything, and he was confused that he got turned into a gorilla, and that was a bit weird. But then he saw the trees hug, and yeah, will really lower his voice for this to like a minute whisper so that only Ella can hear. And when
It's like
they hugged,
pulling her in.
when they hugged, he immediately started thinking of Eirys and the feelings he has towards her.
Like a mouse.
A mouse with slightly higher wisdom.
But I can't. Oh, that's so cute. He really likes it. Oh. Woo.
But
No, I think
Is-
if you try to...
But also the really weird, well, not weird, sucky thing is Eirys, when I've spoken to her, really doesn't want to be in something like that at the moment.
Awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she
Oh.
hasn't confirmed or denied any feelings towards him, just that loving
And she
someone is
does
a
want
weakness.
to prevent Nuru from being in a relationship with him.
So she's...
I know, but I'm saying that out of character.
I know.
Stop saying
It's
that
fine.
character
You all
during
know.
RP.
In character, I just need to understand if Yell is still disguised as Ella throughout this
Yeah,
conversation.
It lasts for an hour unless I drop it.
They're at the back. But like
Okay,
when
Brüz-
Arthrin called around,
Yeah.
your attention was drawn to it. Yeah. Sorry, can you say that again, bud?
So Brüz is going to cast his Brüz is going to cast his eye over the shoulder. Realize that there are two Ellas. Figures out that the taller one must be Yell. He knows this trick. He's going to turn away, flick his hood up, disguise self as a slightly taller than Yell version of Ella. Fall back a bit, wander back, and then just as just after the squeak happens, he's going to flick the hood off, look over, and go, "What are we talking about now?"
Have you guys just Russian dolled Ella?
Yes.
We have.
Stop!
Wow. That's
So Yell, holding back a chuckle, is going to turn back to Ara and be like, "Okay, I can see what you mean about it's slightly weird."
Yeah. Yeah.
you guys wander on for a couple more paces, and Arthrin has just stood there, just like, yeah.
I also went to go talk to Nuru about pranks, it seems.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Basically, one idea she had. Next time he tries to read your mind, just think about something incredibly annoying over and over again. Over and over again, over and over again. Like a song to get stuck in his head. Just think about that and nothing else.
Okay. I'll give that a try next time I think he's reading my mind. Which could be any time.
Just always be thinking.
Well, he can't be doing it all the time.
Thinking,
Out of character, sorry.
I mean, it can't
Well, he can't be
always
doing it all the time. It's a really strong spell.
But it could be any time. This is
I
difficult.
guess so.
good
I
training.
need to learn more about that spell and figure out what the limits are for it.
That would be useful. I'd appreciate that.
Like, does he
It
have
was
to be
Nuru
looking
going
at
to
you?
research that information.
There's a magic school.
There is.
In town, yeah.
Yes.
I could go to a magic professor and ask them all about weird questions about reading people's minds.
Haven't you heard about the weave?
Perhaps you could.
I bet it has something to do with the weave.
Was Ella and Yell
Probably has got
situation
something
then?
to do with the weave.
Ella and
She
Yell-
also recommends. She also recommends if like one of the things that her brother would often do to her is that he would find something that she owned and put a little bit of jelly on it so that when she picked it up it was like, gross, you know?
That's another good one.
And I mean, it's not much of a prank, it's just sort of a like, gross, it's jelly.
Cool.
But nobody likes touching jelly
Yeah,
when they don't expect it.
Okay, Yell's done.
They were wondering.
Arthrin will finish there. Sorry, Eirys, did you have something? I feel like you're about to say something.
No, I thought Arby and Zoe's Ella and Yell's conversation got cut short because Swiss said about what Brüz was doing, and then it went on from there. But they didn't really.
Is there anything else?
Can't quite remember what it was.
Okay.
Can't remember what it was at this point, so I can't.
Oh, you were talking about the second spell, and I meant to come up at the very end anyway.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. I
You were talking about Arthrin
Yeah,
and something.
you were talking about the spells that you'd learned.
You were
Yell was talking about the second spell.
Yeah, I explained that. I
That's
said
right. It was
about
disguised
how
self.
Eirys, how Eirys. I was going on about how Eirys maybe feels the same way, but doesn't want to let on the attachment or anything at the moment.
Okay.
I think that's maybe where I got to. Can't remember.
Okay. It's difficult to manage this kind of stuff. You
That was the
guys know.
squeal.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if there isn't anything else, it's gone 11 over here. Does anyone have any closing things they want to do as you guys approach the edge of the woods?
You're just walking with Eirys.
All right.
Got some bits
town.
for in town there.
Everyone else.
Yeah,
Just
what-
watching the trees very closely.
Make a perception check.
Oh no. Tell me they're looking
There
at
are
it.
trees.
Kyro's probably just gonna ask her like if trees are cool or not at some point.
Perception, dirty 20.
30-20. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You die. I'm kidding. You don't die.
Just outright die.
No, there's
Oh,
nothing.
shit.
There's nothing dangerous in the woods. And actually, in a funny way, you actually can pay attention to this with that roll. Like, there is a path that's been carved through by the previous pair kind of moving through here, but you also notice that like there are movements in the earth. Plants have moved out of the way of your progress. It's easy going, easier than perhaps it should be. You guys,
The forest likes us.
You guys, yes. Ella, make a wisdom save.
What?
Make a wisdom save.
Oh my god.
Don't forget you've increased your wisdom by 1 now.
Don't know if that makes
That
any
may have affected things.
modifiers. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hang on. Wisdom save. Oh, I've got to go back to my character sheet. I was trying to change numbers. I haven't done that yet. Ah!
Change number.
No. Oh
what's the-
crap. Well, I rolled a 5, so that's
So-
not good.
Yeah, there's a
So wisdom save.
there's a lot of squealing. There's a lot of squealing. Very difficult to keep it under wraps. Yell, you kind of have to maybe do a bit of reverse thaumaturgy to kind of quieten her down a bit. Yeah, you guys reach the edge of the forest, and at that point, we will end the session. Well played, everybody. That got better.
That was a
Yes,
fun
that was
fight.
loads of fun.
Are we
Yeah.
bad guys?
Oh, we did bad.
In that situation,
Baddies.
yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
but you-
I think that
you made
was
them
like
sound-
an unfortunate, like, someone jumped out of an alleyway and punched us because they thought that we had punched them earlier, so we
No.
punched back.
We were the ones who punched them first, I think.
Wait, did we?
It's like, did you ever see that clip of the guy who like jumps out of the dustbin? to
It's
speak to the other guy
unclear.
and just automatically punches him. It's like that.
Yeah,
It
that's.
was an accidental.
You gain.
Yeah.
You each gain 2,000 experience points.
It's a neat-
Wow.
1,000.
I rounded that up. It was originally 10,000 in total because 2 treants, 5,000 each. But I thought that was so great, I've rounded it up.
Yay.
Well done, Ella.
Yay. How much is it each? 1,000? Just 1,000?
2,000.
2,000.
What? I
Two-
misheard.
2,000.
That's even better. Twice as better.
Next fight, can we get 9,000 XP? I
go
kid,
back.
that will be terrifying.
Over 9,000. Just fight to
We will all die.
Yes.
We're gonna fight a vampire at some
Over
point.
9,000!
I mean,
What? 9,000?
I've done.
I-
I've done some number
I haven't
crunching, and
died
I think
before.
I think that you guys might be good for it. Like that was a tough fight. That was a genuinely
Yeah.
difficult fight.
Fire helps.
It took
Yeah.
2 of my wild shapes.
Yeah. Totally.
You didn't have to cast the last one necessarily, but
No,
To be on the safe
but
side.
like they were strong enough that they knocked down one of my wild shapes, even though I like healed and stuff.
that's true. Would have been dangerous if they had continued
another
attacking.
one.
Probably didn't need the second one because we were already winning by then, but you know.
Really
And
well played. That was good.
so my experiment of does turning somebody into a giant ape help experiment, the answer is yes, sometimes it does.
Yeah, I'll end the stream there. This will come out, I guess, it's got to come out in 2 bits now because we got I don't know, I dropped the stream, I don't know why or how.
You could edit them together.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Just 2 videos.
Okay. Cool. Thank you so much for watching. Those of us who are still on
Good old
Twitch.
cut and paste.
Yeah, amen to that. Join us in 2 weeks' time for the return to Farinloth and the preparation for the journey.
Time to buy some wooden stakes.
You can
Whatever
certainly try.
else vampires don't
Not
buy.
from that wood though.
No.
No. I mean, could always ask.
Got
We'll end
some
the stream
things to
there.
do in town.
No harm in
Like
asking.
maybe it's like cutting hair for them. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe if it's consensual, it's fine. Just have one of my fingers. It's cool. Talk talk to you guys later. See you later. Stopping streaming now.
Magically enchanted ones.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Goodbye.